Hi everyone, welcome to Stellar Fame, the best channel for your celebrity gist. Today we will gist you on the latest news and happenings in the entertainment industry. Today we bring you breaking news as a lawyer accuses Gwyneth Paltrow of lying. Gwyneth Paltrow's mouth fell in disbelief after opposing counsel accused the actress of telling numerous lies under oath, which was one of the more shocking moments of the trial. The pivotal moment occurred on Friday when Paltrow first entered the witness stand in her ski crash trial in Park City, Utah, which was brought by the plaintiff, Terry Sanderson. Sanderson's lawyer, Kristin VanOrman, claims that she should be permitted to ask Paltrow whether she is clumsy. And while making that argument, VanOrman said Paltrow had lied several times under oath in earlier testimony. Paltrow's mouth dropped open, and she shook her head as her lawyer, Owens, explained, immediately stood up and called the comment defamatory and wanted it removed from the record. After admonishing Owens for speaking out about him, Judge Kent R. When Holmberg questioned VanOrman about revising her testimony, VanOrman responded, she has previously made conflicting statements during testimony. Eventually, the judge sided with Paltrow's attorney, who also asked for an apology. And I'm sorry, I'm just saying there were disagreements, VanOrman later said. I'm not trying to slander Miss Paltrow or say she's lying in any way whatsoever. Owens responded by saying, my client says she's upset about this. Paltrow was afterward questioned about if it was accurate that she lied about a variety of things while testifying, to which Paltrow said, absolutely not. She continues to insist that Sanderson struck her from behind in 2016 when they were skiing at Deer Valley Resort in Park City, Utah. When questioned about her feelings for the retired ophthalmologist, who asserts to have 4 fractured ribs and mental damage, Paltrow said she felt very sorry because it seems like he's had a very difficult life. But I didn't cause the accident, so I can't be responsible for anything that happened to him later, she added. Paltrow claimed that when the collision occurred, she briefly believed it to be a joke or someone doing something perverted. Well, that was a quick thought that went through my mind as I was trying to reconcile what happened, she said from the witness stand. Sanderson's 2 skis, according to Paltrow, got hooked in her skis and drove her legs apart. She added that Sanderson's body was pressed up against her back and that she was hearing odd noises, like moans and grunts, in a disturbing way. My brain was trying to understand what was happening, she said. I thought, is this a joke? Is someone doing something perverted? This is really weird. My thoughts were going very, very fast, and I was trying to figure out what was happening. After the collision, Paltrow said she froze and then became very upset, admitting to yelling at him. You drove right into my back. She expressed regret for her language. The trial has been postponed until Monday at 9 a.m. when it will resume. According to a 2019 complaint obtained by ET, plaintiff Terry Sanderson accused Paltrow of a hit-and-hit skiing accident in Deer Park, Utah, alleging that she got out of control and hit him on the back and knocked him out hard. Hitting him knocked him unconscious and caused a brain injury, 4 broken ribs, and other serious injuries. Furthermore, he asserted that Deer Valley staffers left without dialing 911. In an incident report, he charged ski instructor Eric Christensen with making a false statement that Sanderson was suing for more than $300,000 in damages. Paltrow claimed in a countersuit she was the one who pushed into her back, as Sanderson reportedly knocked her out and forced him to apologize. Sanderson reportedly experienced eyesight issues a year before the collision, according to court reports. Paltrow is asking for expenses and attorney fees in addition to $1 in damages. The actual damages exceed $1, the counterclaim reads, but Ms. Paltrow is seeking only $1 to compensate her. The resolution of this counterclaim will show that the plaintiff encountered Ms. Paltrow and yet blamed her for exploiting her celebrity and wealth. Any recovery Ms. Paltrow receives will be donated to a charity. Utah's Park City. The retired optometrist, who is suing Gwyneth Paltrow over a skiing incident for which he claims he sustained permanent brain damage, emailed his daughters on the day of the incident to inform them that, "I'm famous," according to the actress's solicitor, who claimed in his opening statement on Tuesday. Dr. Terry Sanderson, 69, allegedly met Paltrow, 50, on the slope at Deer Valley Resort on February 26, 2016, and Paltrow allegedly fled after they had a brief encounter, according to testimony presented to the jury in Park City Court by her attorney Steve Owens. The daughter of Sanderson said that she found that hard to believe. GoPro managed to capture the collision, said Owens. The lawyer emphasized that the purported GoPro film of the collision was never found. On the first day of the trial, Owens claimed that Sanderson was obsessed with suing Paltrow after learning that she was a well-known actress. In his complaint against Paltrow, the former Army eye specialist is demanding $300,000 in damages for her alleged negligence. The Oscar winner countersued, but she is only asking for the plaintiff to cover her legal costs and a pitiful $1 in damages. Testimony from Paltrow's adolescent children, Apple and Moses Martin, and her current husband, Brad Falchuk, supports her version of events, according to which Sanderson is the one who reportedly got into a fight with her, the attorney said. Gwyneth Paltrow disagrees with the plaintiff, AP Pool. "This is not a hit and run," the Salt Lake City-based attorney told the court of the accident, which Sanderson thinks left him with broken ribs and a concussion that resulted in permanent brain damage, Owens said. Falchuk, who was dating the Goop founder at the time, was also present. Sources close to Falchuk previously told the Post that the Hollywood heavyweight will take a stand in her defense. Paltrow was wrapped up when she entered court on Tuesday morning, David Buchan for the New York Post. During his opening remarks, Owens also called Sanderson's attorney's claims that the reckless and distracted star left the scene of the collision as insulting and absolute bullshit. Owens claimed that Sanderson had a history of neurological problems and discouraged the jury from returning a verdict based on sympathy for the plaintiff's condition. To get his point across, Owens opened and closed his testimony by showing the courtroom a picture of Lady Justice, the allegorical figure who is shown blindfolded while holding a pair of scales. The trial in a lawsuit alleging Gwyneth Paltrow in a 2016 hit-and-run ski accident in Park City, Utah, is scheduled to begin this week. In the lawsuit, retired optometrist Terry Sanderson alleges that the Goop founder was skiing downhill at Deer Valley Resort when she collided with him and then drove away. Sanderson was left with a brain injury and broken ribs, according to a Deseret News report on the lawsuit, which was filed in 2019. Sanderson originally sought $1.3 million in damages, but the amount will now be determined during the jury trial, according to the Salt Lake Tribune. Sanderson, who was 69 at the time of the crash, had noticed signs of slowing and reducing his speed. He told reporters at a news conference after filing the lawsuit. He then heard a hysterical scream just before he was hit. "It was just momentary," Sanderson said. "I was hit in the back, and it felt like it just propelled me." In her response to the complaint, Paltrow claimed it was actually the retired doctor who hit her from behind when he was the one moving downhill. She suffered a complete body hit. Ms. Paltrow was angry with the plaintiff and said so, reads the response to the complaint, according to Deseret News. The plaintiff has apologized. She was shaken and upset and stopped skiing for the day, even though it was still morning. A month after Sanderson filed his lawsuit, the Oscar-winning Shakespeare in Love winner filed a countersuit seeking symbolic damages of $1 plus attorney's fees. Any other amount granted would be donated to charity. "She didn't hit him," the counterclaim said, according to the Deseret News. "He knocked her out." Ms. Paltrow expressed her anger that he had hit her and apologized. "She didn't cause the collision." This isn't the first time Paltrow has been sued over an alleged collision. A couple alleged in a 2000 lawsuit that Paltrow hit them from behind while driving a rental car, leaving the couple with permanent and serious injuries. Records of the outcome of the case were not immediately available. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to this channel, like the video, and watch this one as well.